Good morning on this day, beautiful day on the 21st of January 2024. Can you believe that we are already on almost the end of the month? It's just unbelievable. I hope that you're having a good transition into the new year and everything that you planned for is going to happen. But my friend, not for as many families that will think of now it's January, people are back, they survived everything that happened in November because in December, because in December there's always a lot of things that do happen. Let's get into it. Apparently and allegedly, two people have actually lost their lives in a fire that happened in Johannesburg. This was like a breaking news this morning. So obviously we wait until we get to the bottom of it, but also we understand what the cause of the fire was before someone says, why are you reporting about something that you don't even know if it happened or it didn't? I know a lot of people have said, but why are you saying that? Because it didn't happen. And by the way, we don't fight for those people, we just keep it moving, because we know most of the time we come to you with the news knowing that they're facts. And yes, I'm not saying we won't lose them, some of the news here and there. You know how people are. People can be like that. They will just send news that is not even verified and it's not true. But in this case, yes, there's fire in Johannesburg, one of the Johannesburg buildings, and I'm sure you're asking where this is happening. It is at the corner of Commissioner Street and Nugget Street. So if you're a Joburger, if you stay in Johannesburg, you would know where the streets are. So there's fire there, and apparently and allegedly, and this is not a verified story. Someone said saw a person who started the fire. I'm like thinking, do I even say that? But that's what we had. But again, we can still and safely say the cause of the fire is unknown. But two people have sadly lost their lives, and apparently the four people that were injured, very severe, some of them, because they jumped from the building. Because you think about it, if there's fire, and you've heard about the fires in Johannesburg, if there's fire in the same area, the first thing that you think of is just to run for your life. So what do? Either you just decide, depending on who you are, you just decide maybe the second floor, the floor where you are at is actually engulfed with fire, with a lot of fire. So what do? You think of saving your life, you will jump from the building. I do not I don't encourage that, because you can actually lose your life. You can actually not lose your life, but end up in a very critical condition. So I will never ever say that that is okay. But these people, they tried to jump from the building. They are severely injured, some of them. I think let me just continue to say we wish everyone else that has been injured, that is actually right now at the scene, we wish them a speedy recovery, because to jump from the top of the building cannot be an easy thing. But then I'm gonna continue with the commentary. But then please watch this video. It doesn't have sound, but please watch it. And unfortunately, we cannot have everything else that's on this video. We cannot share everything else, because we are. Yeah, you look at this and you're like, oh my goodness, oh my word, are we back there? But guys, that's the thing. You ask yourself, was this building even safe? Let alone that someone says there was a person that was seen, putting the light on the building. Do I believe that? Can I just be neutral on this one? Because what do they use? Do they use matches and then what? Paraffin. What do they use? Honestly, I don't know. So in this case, I would rather reserve my comments, because it might be true, it might not be true, you know. But also, I think let's also check how the building is. If the building, then there's something wrong with the building in terms of the standard of living. It's not giving the vibes that people should be staying there. Then I would say, then let's just question the building, not just the person who might have started the fire. Because that could be just a story that says now someone started the fire, there's nothing wrong with the building. Let's just check the building first. Let's just make sure that it's been verified as a good building. It does tick all the boxes that says people can stay there. But again, are we still having people that are staying in the buildings that are that the buildings that are not of the standard of the living standards? Are we still having people like that in the city of Johannesburg? It looks like there is still. It looks like there are still a lot of people that stay there. But again, do we blame them? We cannot judge them. It could be maybe they do not have places to stay. Johannesburg cities, the CBD happens to be in the center, and you know, when they say the belly of the town, like it's where everything is happening, the economic hub. So maybe that's a reason why people still stay in those buildings. I'm not saying there was something wrong with the building, but I'm just asking, now that we are talking about this fire again, could it be that Johannesburg still have people that are staying in these buildings, and Johannesburg city is just turning a blind eye, or the people themselves are just turning a blind eye? I do not know. That would be sad. But again, if you have someone that stays in Johannesburg, maybe you are in any of the provinces, please reach out to them. Maybe sometimes it's not even your blood relative, but then you know someone who used to be a friend, a colleague who said they stay and at the corner of Commissioner and I think Nugget Street in Johannesburg CBD. Please reach out to those people, because you need to understand and know that they're safe. They might be looking for help as well, because I mean, if you jump from the building, if you leave the building and it's an emergency exit, then that means you might have left everything of yours in the building. Things that, you know, you can imagine when there's a fire where you are. I mean, what do? The first thing that you do, you run out of the building. If you've got children, you make sure that your children are safe. So regardless of these people, they're saying, no, I'm not affected, but I stay in the same building. I think still reach out to them, make sure that this afternoon they are fine, they do have a place to stay. Are they okay? Are they not stranded? How is their mental state and all of that? Because I mean, even our possessions, that material possession, sometimes they can get to you. Imagine someone who's going to lose all of that because of the fire. But again, you know, this thing of not caring about your families and everything else, the universe sometimes will just bring something that you cannot control. And yet now your family is going to be like, we don't even know where she stays or where he stays. My mom stays in Johannesburg, but we don't know where he stays. My father stays in Johannesburg, but we don't know where he stays. My daughter, my brother, my son. You see, that's the thing. In 2024, people should be able to be in touch with their relatives. You have a family, be in touch with them, because those are the first people, unfortunately, when the heck hits the fan, those are the people that comes first in your life that will have to rescue you. Not anyone else that's around you that is saying to you, do not pick up your mom's phone, do not pick up your father's phone, do not pick up your brother's phone, your sister's phone. The first people that they will reach out, it's those people that you're not talking to. So I think there's also a lesson here where we need to reach out to the people that we are related to. Unless you have made up your mind and said, I will never talk to these people. I've actually washed my hands. I don't want anything to do with them. Oh, wow. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. But you must understand also that it also affects the people that are close to you when you do things like that. Unless there's like, I don't know what could happen between you and your family that you actually, I don't know, guys. I don't want to judge people. But again, condolences to these families. This is not a beautiful start of the day. And those things, they do happen anywhere. They do happen. But I'm hoping this building was off living standards, because if it wasn't, honestly, then the city of Johannesburg has failed us once again as South Africans. Or the people that stay in those buildings, they failed themselves once again. Thank you so much, my friend, for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe, hit the like button. I shall see you on the next one.